Hey there folks, I'm Cav, this is my racing encyclopedia. Before the 2025 ERC season started, I sat down and I made 25 predictions. With the entry list for Rally Sierra Morena now out, it gives me a chance to actually sit down and reflect on these and see how many of these I got right. So, present Cav, meet past Cav. He had some interesting ideas.
Start off, I think there will be at least one repeat winner.
John Armstrong.
We didn't have any last year. We had 8 rounds.
He got 2 in a row as well.
I also think
it's the first time in what, 5 years? 4 years?
By local drivers. So
yeah, we got that as well.
For example, the Barham Rally, which has been won by a Czech driver. Oh, I think going back at least the past decade now. Are the ones that I would potentially earmark.
Yeah, I got this one.
Ones you could see that in. I mean, we could see that in the first round in Spain. But Rally de Roma Capital is a strong one.
Yeah.
Royal Rally of Scandinavia has been won by Oliver Solberg every time so far.
But he didn't show up last year.
Oyvind Brynildsen. Rally Poland might bode well for the likes of Mika Marcek. I think at least 3 different tyre suppliers will win events.
We did have that, didn't we?
Who that is, not so sure. I mean, I'd say that Michelin and Pirelli are pretty much dead certs, but Hanke got a win last year. MRF didn't, but I was expecting MRF to possibly last year. What I would also say is at least one brand will win with 2 different manufacturers. Last year we
got
had
that, didn't we? Toyota
wins for Skoda and Citroen. I also think there will be at least one first-time ERC event winner.
John Armstrong.
Whether someone like John Armstrong, or whether it's somebody who's from a national level series, we'll have to wait and see.
I think Oyvind Brynildsen was also a first-time winner, right?
My final general prediction. In terms of the championships, I reckon there will be a new ERC champion now.
Mika Marcek.
Obviously, Hayden Paddon isn't returning this year, but I haven't seen Matthew Franceschi on the entry list either. Efren Lorena is the top seeded driver, but yeah, it could be a John Armstrong, could be a Mads Osberg. At the same time,
Why did
I think
say
the winning
Marcek?
team will be different to the winning driver. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that happened.
Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it was BRC actually with Paddon last year, but I don't know. MRF do definitely stand a good chance. I reckon that the ERC3 champion will also win the Fiesta Rally 3 trophy.
That did happen again.
Is possibly unsurprising. Typically, the Fiestas are consistently at
Did Timmy Kaparovsky
to attract more drivers because, well, you've got the doubling up of the championship. I also think the ERC4 champion will be a returning driver from 2024.
And it was.
Because there's so many names of people like Kalle Karlberg or Aoife Rafferty or...
I was impressed by Kalle Karlberg. Sergi Perez Jr. had a good start to the season, though.
ERC4. And the last one. The championship winning team will only be in Rally 2 machinery. Now,
yes.
The way it's set up, I believe, is still the same as last year, where...
I'm pretty sure the juniors are already on Hankook.
Your best scores from the different classes count towards your manufacturer's championship.
Makes it trickier.
Or team's championship, I guess, because they're not manufacturers. But last year, that wasn't the case for BRC. So I reckon it will continue to be the case this year. Next up are my wild card predictions. I believe that at least one of the top 5 drivers won't compete in all events.
Yeah, I think that happened a couple of times, didn't it?
Years now.
It was a couple of the top 5.
The events in his first championship winning year in 2023. He didn't do the finale in Hungary.
It didn't.
I think at least 2 former ERC champions will make random appearances. So
yeah,
when I say random, I mean they'll do half or less of the calendar.
Yeah, we had that, didn't we, as well?
I'm saying that because I don't know if they'll be necessarily one-offs. They might be there for 2 or 3 events. Look at someone like Alexei Ilkanyuk as an example of that.
I think Basso's doing multiple this season.
Win events, that is,
I think that's the first one I got wrong.
I think Skoda's pretty much a dead cert.
Yeah.
But also, let's say Citroen.
Nope. No Citroen.
And Toyota.
Yes.
And then I think one of Hyundai or Ford. It'd be cool if both of them do it.
Ford. Again.
I think at least one event will have a top 3 from different manufacturers.
Yes.
So, a Toyota, a Hyundai, and a Citroen. And I also think that at least 3 of the top 5 in WRC2 will make appearances, even if they are.
There's 3 in the top 6 because Rupert Korhonen was 6th at the end.
I made a similar prediction last year about the ERC.
I was expecting Oliver Solberg to show up, and obviously he didn't.
And there were a couple of people who were potentially going to make that come true. And in fact, it was a prediction that was right until the last stage of the WRC season, because Sami Pajari ended up winning.
Yes.
In terms of driver changes for 2026, this is where it's going to get interesting, I think. I think another former WRC factory driver will join the ERC in 2026.
David Sunderland. He's confirmed for Rally Sierra Morena.
Or come in for several rounds. And when I say a former WRC factory driver will join, I mean, for example, the likes of Chris Meek and Sordo, who are doing the Portuguese Championship this season. Or someone like Andreas Mikkelsen. I don't mean somebody who has been a factory driver, has left, and will come back, like Hayden Paddon. No, that would be way too easy. I also think that at least 2 full-time drivers will change manufacturer, even if they stay with their team. So
yep, we've had that.
The team changes manufacturer.
Abelides the Lancia, for example.
To the Toyota Yaris, for
There are a couple of them who are changing manufacturers
I
this
reckon
year.
At least one ERC3 driver will graduate to Rally 2, and
Adrian Zheznik.
At least one ERC4 driver will graduate to Rally 2.
Kalle Karlberg is going to be in a WRC2, and also Toka Kulpanen.
MRF will announce that at least one driver will join their team, and at least one will leave.
Yes, I think we got this as well.
Prediction for 2026. That could also happen mid-season this time around in 2025.
You face on Sierra Morena's entry list.
Efren Lorena leaving MRF, and then Simone Passini joining MRF. And now for the calendar, I reckon at least one round will leave for the WRC.
Croatia.
I think conventional wisdom is it's probably Croatia. I think at least one round will join from the WRC as well.
That didn't happen, did it?
I don't know. Estonia? The Acropolis? I reckon at least one round will relocate within the country. So if, say, the Scotland WRC bid...
Poland is going to Silesia, it's going to Tarmac.
It could be the ERC event.
And obviously, since this WRC is getting Scotland in 27.
2026 and 2025.
There are less because of the cancellation of Rally Hungary.
Brilliant number. I'd like 10, but obviously, if you do 10 and then best 7 count, you're not going to get a massive competition at every single event. You're going to get a handful where your big rivals will overlap. I also reckon a winter rally will be announced. Now,
I really just want this, don't I? I want this so bad.
It probably won't be. I think AKK have said that that would be too expensive, as well as the local government in Rovaniemi have said it would be too expensive to run an ERC event and you won't get the return of investment, especially in regards to things like tourism. So the Anna Rally is the most likely candidate there. Unless, I don't know, Lipaia decides that it's going to be a winter rally again. But those are my thoughts and feelings, and those are my predictions.
And how did I do? Let's have a look through, shall we? Well, out of those predictions, I got most of them correct, which is nice. I think, did I only lose 5 in the end? I think I only lost 5. Because, yeah, we've got the new season finale for basically FAF, but it's not joining from the WRC. So overall, I could be quite happy with that. An 80% hit rate. Wonderful. And, Lorena had less than 5 rounds, apparently, in the end. And Osberg didn't do all events. But thanks for watching and joining, folks. Still got the BCC wants to do when the final entries are released, but till then, or till the next video, bye for now.